Just give me 1 minute. One second. I'm just. Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Om Ajnanattmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilithamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadan Vitham Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Visakhan Vithamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पति गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। Hare Krishna. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 15 slokas in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, knowledge of the Absolute. So in this chapter, Krishna is teaching us now about the three modes of nature. Based on that, the demons who are actually bewildered by their knowledge is actually taken away, carried away by the Maya. So they won't join, they won't surrender unto me. That's what Krishna is saying. So in the 16th chapter, Krishna explaining very in detail about the divine and demoniac natures. So there are two kinds of beings here we need to understand. So Dvabhuta Sargau Lokesmin Deva Asura Evacha. Dvavimau Purushau Loke Charas Chakshara Evacha. So in the 15th chapter, Krishna is saying that Dvavimau Purushau Loke Charas Chakshara Evacha. In the 16th chapter, Krishna is saying that Dvabhuta Sargau Lokesmin Deva Asura Evacha. So the difference is that Dvavimau Purushau Loke. So Purushau Loke means among the Purushas. Among the Purushas means among the Atmas, the souls. There are two kinds of souls. One is fallen, another is infallible, not fallen. So fallible and infallible. So fallen and not fallen. So the fallen souls are in this material world. So there is Kshara. The Kshara means the fallen souls. We are in this material world because we are controlled by the material nature. We are controlled by the three modes of material nature, and we are in this fallen. So that's why we are considered as fallen souls. In this material world, all these Atmas, all these souls are fallen souls, fallible, fallen souls. That means we are controlled. We are forced to accept material bodies. We are forced to accept birth in this material world and suffer and die and then again take birth. So that way we will go through the cycle of repeated birth, old age, disease and death. So that is for this kind of Kshara. These kind of souls are known as Kshara. So the fallible, fallen souls. And then in Krishna's world, the Goloka, the liberated souls are there. So they are infallible. So they are not fallen. So they are Akshara. So that's why Krishna is saying that Dvavimau Purushau Loke Charas Chakshara Evacha. Ksharaga Sarvani Bhutani Kutasto Akshara Muchare. So all the living entities in this material world are known as Ksharagam, and everything else, that means who are not in this material world, who are in Krishna's world, Golokam, so they are Akshara. But Krishna is saying that I am not this Kshara or Akshara, I am above this. Yasmat Ksharam Atitoham Akshara Uttamaha Tatosmi Loke Vedecha Pratitaka Purushottama. So Tasmat Ksharam Atito Aham. So I am above the Kshara. Aksharat apicha uttamaga. So I am also above the akshara. So that's why asmat ksharam atitoham aksharat apicha uttamaga tathosmi loke vedecha pradittaka purushottama. That's why in this world, all the three worlds, in this world, I am celebrated as Purushottama. That's why Krishna is saying that Yasmat Ksharam Atitoham Aksharat Apicha Uttama Tatosmi Loke Vedecha Purushottama. So Vibharti Avyayaga Isvara. So Krishna is everything. So Krishna is the Purushottama. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. That's why Lord Brahma is praying to Krishna is that Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. Govinda is the Adi Purusha, is the primeval Lord to whom I adore, I worship. So we should be also worshipping Krishna only all the time in our mind, only Krishna's thoughts should be. And how we can make sure we are worshipping Krishna all the time? It is possible only when we are serving Krishna, when we are doing everything for Krishna. That means when we dedicate this life for Krishna. This is an opportunity. Krishna is saying that Yayata mam prabatyante tam stateva bhajamiham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvasak. So to the extent one surrenders unto me. So yayata mam prabatyante tam stateva bhajami aham. To that extent I also worship him. So Srila Prabhupada has translated that to that extent I will also reward him. That's what Prabhupada translated. But the literal meaning of bhajami is worshipping. Yayata mam prabatyante tam stateva bhajami aham. Bhajami means worship. I also worship him. That's what Krishna is saying. So this is a two-way. It is not that we are only serving Krishna. When we say that we have to serve Krishna, everything, we have to dedicate our lives to Krishna, we have to surrender unto Krishna, we have to please Krishna, all those things when we say, this is not just one way. It is not that Krishna only wants us to please him, but Krishna is also trying to please us. Krishna is also worshipping us. Krishna is also, when we can tie Krishna with love and devotion like Mother Yashoda did. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, if we love him, so he will be helpless in front of us. So that is the only way we can win over Krishna, Krishna's mind. So Krishna's mind means Krishna. Krishna is above everything. Krishna is above. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. About him, only we know from Bhagavad Gita. Only what Krishna says, only we understand. Otherwise, we will not know anything about Krishna. So that way, we need to understand this in this path. We are in the right direction. In this way, Krishna is coming along with us. Krishna is guiding us. Krishna is showing the way. So he's our constant companion. So Krishna is all the time with us. So we don't have to worry that we are going to be left alone. We are never alone. At no point of time we are alone. When we sleep, Krishna is sleeping with us. Krishna is within our body. So Krishna never leaves. So that way, this is a very important science. We need to understand that Krishna is everything. Everything else is simply a matter of time. Everything else in this material world is simply changing. As a function of time, everything changes. As a function of time, our activity goes, maybe when we are born, maybe if you put a graph, maybe it goes when you're a child, you can't do much, so you are lying down. Then when activity goes up, then again comes down, then it goes to zero. Then we will die. That's it. We will lose everything. We are going to lose everything. That's how our life is in this material world. So we cannot imagine, we cannot think that it's going to stay forever. That's what unfortunately everyone thinks in their life. This is the life, this is going to happen, this is going to stay forever, and we are going to live forever. So that's how every day we are doing our activities. That's what is called known as Maya. Maya means we are under illusion. That is, Krishna is saying that Yechaiva Satvika Bhavaga Rajasa Tamasya. Then Krishna is saying that Tribhigi Gunamayagi Bhavagi Ebhigi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mokita. Mokita means we are bewildered. So we are bewildered by Maya. We are bewildered by our attachments in this material world. So we are losing. We are the big losers. In this world, we are the losers. We are not gaining anything. We have to gain Krishna. That is the main thing. So we have to remember Krishna. We have to remember Krishna all the time. In our mind, only Krishna should be there. So that is possible only when we study Bhagavad Gita, what we are doing right now, when we spread Krishna's message and when we are engaged in Krishna's service. So then only that is possible. Otherwise this material world, Maya, we studied that Krishna said very clearly that Devi Yesa Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mamyevaye Prabhatyante Maya Metam Tarantite. So these gunas are very, very strong. They are divine in nature and it's very difficult to overcome. And in the sloka, what we studied yesterday, in the sloka number 15, Krishna is saying that Namam Duskriti no Mudaga Prabhatyante Naradamaga Maya Pahrita Jnanaga Asuram Bhavam Mashitaga. So the foolish miscreants, Namam Duskritino Mudaga, who are lowest among mankind, Naradamaham, so they never surrender unto me. So they don't surrender unto me. Because having taken the nature of demon, so that's what Asuram Bhavam Asritakam, because of their demoniac mindset mentality, they never surrender unto me. That's what Krishna is saying. So that's what in this material world, people, because of their ignorance, because of their false prestige, false ego, so they think that they are great. They can do everything. But that is not the fact. Because they also get old. They also get diseased. They also die. Everybody in this world has to die. Whether it is great person or ordinary person, it doesn't matter. Death is common for everyone. Death is sure for everyone. Everyone has to die. So the knowledgeable person who has got the knowledge, only he is actually, we will be able to do something in this life which brings permanent effect, permanent results. Only one who has got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, only he is the great person. The real great person is the person who has got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, who is able to apply this knowledge in the life, who is able to act as per the instructions given by Krishna. So only that person can do things which will bring permanent effect in our life, permanent results in our life. So that's why this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very important. But unfortunately, not everybody is having time, or not everybody is interested in studying this Bhagavad Gita. As Krishna is saying that only a very rare, it's very rare. That is Sudurlabhaga. Sudurlabhaga means very, very rare. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prabhatyate Vasudevaga sarvam iti samahatma sudurlabhagam. That is the sloka we are going to study in the next couple of days. So in this 7th chapter. So if we have the knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and Vasudeva is everything, if we have that knowledge, if we act according to this knowledge, then we will surrender unto Krishna. Then we will be able to take shelter unto Krishna. We will be able to take shelter unto this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that's why this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very, very special. And we are very fortunate we have got this opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita. We are making use of this opportunity, but it is really great opportunity. And we need to continue to make progress every day. We need to study more and more. We need to put a lot of efforts, remember these slokas, understand and share the knowledge. So that's what our primary goal should be in our life. Everything what we should do, only it should be centered towards, based on Bhagavad Gita. Everything, our life should be planned. Everything, whatever we do in our life, everything should be based on these principles of Bhagavad Gita. So that's why it's very important for us to know the principles of Bhagavad Gita. We are studying by Krishna's mercy, we are studying. So now Krishna is saying in the next sloka, in the sloka number 16, who will come to me? So Krishna is saying that. In the previous sloka, who will not surrender unto me? So now he is saying that who will come to me? Who will surrender unto me? So Krishna is saying that there are 4 kinds. In the previous sloka, normally people say that, normally devotees, when they discuss Bhagavad Gita, they say that like 4 kinds of people, they don't surrender unto Krishna. That is Duskritino, Mudaha, Naradamaha, like that. Nama, Duskritino, Mudaha, Prabhatyante, Naradamaha. So that is 3 kinds basically. Nama, Duskritino, Mudaha, Naradamaha. But it's not like that. It is one thing. See, Mudaga fools, they are miscreants and they are lowest among mankind. It's not that a fool is different and lowest among mankind is different, a miscreant is different. We can simply say that a foolish miscreant who is lowest among mankind will not surrender unto Krishna. But here in this sloka, Krishna is saying very clearly that Chatur Vidaga. Chatur Vidaga means 4. There are 4 types of Chatur Vidam. Chatur Vidam means 4 types. Chatur Vidaga Bhajate Mam, Bhajante Mam. Bhajante means worship. They will worship me. So 4 types of people, they will worship me. They will render services. They will worship me. So what are those 4 types? Chaturvidaha Bhajante Mam Janaga Sukritino Arjuna. They are Sukritino. They are pious people. Sukritino. So Sukritino. In the previous sloka we studied Duskritino. So opposite of Sukritino is Duskritino. Namam Duskritino Mudaga Prabhatyante Naradamara. So here Krishna is saying that Sukritino Arjuna. So Duskritino, Sukritino. So Duskritino means miscreants who are engaged in abominable activities, impious activities. Sukritino means they are engaged in pious activities. So that's why now Krishna is saying that Janaga Sukritino Arjuna. Arjuna. So they are, Krishna is saying that what are those 4 types of beings? Artho Jijnasuhu Artharti Jnani Cha Bharatar Shaba. Artho means the most distressed person. So people, when they are in distress, they will go to Krishna. Even Arjuna, when Krishna was Arjuna's so much close friend. So Arjuna was really, really close friend and cousin, and they were together from childhood. But Arjuna never told Krishna that I surrender unto you. I worship you, I surrender unto you. Only in Bhagavad Gita, in the 2nd chapter, when Arjuna was under so much distress, Artho, he was not looking for anything material gains. So, but he was very much distressed. So he said that Nakangshe Vijayam Krishna, Nacharajyam Sukanicha. I don't want this kingdom, I don't want this victory, I don't want anything. But he was under a lot of distress. So that's why Artho, so that's why he told Krishna that Sisyasteagam Sadi Mam Tvam Prapannam. Tvam Prapannam. Pravatyade Prapannam. So that is surrendering. Tvam Prapannam means I am a soul surrendered unto you. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. I am surrendering unto you. Tvam Prapannam. You please instruct me. Sadi Mam. Sadi Mam means you instruct me. Please instruct me. I am surrendering unto you. So that's what Arjuna told Krishna. So when he was under distress. So in this material world, if we get distress and that distress takes us to Krishna, it's very nice that we should be very happy that we got distress. We got distress means everybody is getting distress. Everybody is suffering. Nobody in this material world can enjoy because this is a place for miseries. This is a place for miseries. It's a dukkhalayam. It is asukam lokam. Nobody can say that they are enjoying. They are not under distress. But only a person who realizes, who feels that real distress and this can be minimized only when we go to Krishna, he is a great person. That is the main thing. So that's why Krishna is saying that Artho. So that way if we get distress, it's okay, it's nice because we can go to Krishna, we can remember Krishna. That's why Kunti Devi was worshipping that you please give me more and more distress so that I can remember you more and more. But we should not keep that as the tradition. That's really not good. Once we got distress, go to Krishna. Then when this distress is gone, then forget about Krishna. Then again when distress comes, go to Krishna. That's not a good thing. We should go to Krishna. Once we realize that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, then we should remember Krishna all the time. We should engage ourselves in Krishna's service all the time. That's what is very important. So Artho. Then Jijnasu. Jijnasu means the most inquisitive person. One who is inquisitive also will approach Krishna. One who really is who really wants to know what is this life about. What is this life? Who am I? So what is the goal of life? Where will I go after death? What will happen at the end of my life? All these things, a person who is very curious, very inquisitive. So that person will surrender unto Krishna, will approach Krishna, will worship Krishna. Chaturvidaga bhajante ma. Janaga sukritno arjuna. Artho jijnasu. Then artharthi. Artharthi means a person who is going after artha, material gains, who is going after gains, who is attached, who wants material benefits, gains. Artharthi. They also go to Krishna. See, the important point is that going to Krishna is very important. So, but it's very important that we need to go to Krishna. Because even if you want material gains, we can go to other demigods also and get it. So, Krishna is saying that in the fourth chapter, we already studied Kankshanthaka Karmanam Siddhim Yajantaiga Devataka Shipram ki manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmajam. Kankshanthaka karmanam siddhim. So, having desires to get whatever success in their activities, Kankshanthaka karmanam siddhim yajantaiga devadaga. People go and worship other gods, demigods, Yajantaiga devadaga. Shipram ki manushe loke siddhir bhavati bharata. So very quickly in this world, in this material world, in this manushe lokim, so siddhir bhavati bharata, they will obtain what they want. Siddhi, they will get siddhi. Shipram bhavati. So they will get. But the problem is that in the 7th chapter itself, we will study in another sloka. Krishna will say that antavatu palam tesam tadbhavati alpametasam. But that kind of gain, that kind of palam is actually will come to an end. So they are the people who are going after that kind of temporary material gains. They are less intelligent. Alpametasam, tadbhavati alpametasam. So we need to go to Krishna. So that way we can be artha, but if you go to Krishna, that's a different thing. That's why we need to go to Krishna. So artho jijnasu artha, then jnani. Jnani means a person who has got the knowledge. For us, for example, if we study Bhagavad Gita, whatever reason we come to Krishna, it's okay. But we need to make sure that we will study Bhagavad Gita and we understand Bhagavad Gita fully. Once we study and understand Bhagavad Gita fully, and then we actually go to Krishna. We will go to knowing very well that because of this knowledge we go and worship Krishna. Because we have the knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yomam evam asamodu jnanati purushottamam sasarva vid. Sasarva vid means that is the knowledge. There is a knowledge that Krishna is the Purushottama. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in that context, if you go to Krishna, then it is jnani. So that's why artho jijnasu artharthi jnani cha bharatasapa. So chaturvidaga bhajante mam janaga sukritno. So 4 kinds of human beings, they worship me. So that is artho jijnasu artharthi jnani cha bharatasapa. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 16 in the 7th chapter. I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.